Right guys. Right. Another one. It's another one. Right. So, we're on the road again. Going this way. I'm going to walk all the way. I've just come from that subway station back there. I'm going to walk home again. I could wait for a bus, but I don't see much point. There's a bus there. I don't think it's... I'm not going to get it. I'm going to walk. I'm just going to walk. I'm going to walk. I will walk. I'll just walk back again. Yeah guys, so we're going to get onto this. There is a bus there. I don't know if it's my bus though. How you doing? I hope you're okay. A little shop here. A couple of shops along here. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best day for walks. I mean, it's pretty cold. I could be wearing more, really. All true too. But yeah, we're going to go pretty fast. Getting extra exercise today anyway, because, you know, I didn't get that full workout this morning. You know, I didn't get all of the exercises in this morning. Only a bit. Yeah, so let's go this way. As I say, you know, usually I do a full workout, as I say, full exercise workout every day, martial arts, stretching and basic strength. Now when I get home later, I might do the rest. I might have a rest. I might do the rest, do all of the exercises when I get home. I don't know for sure yet. I may or may not. I might just leave it today, you know, and do more tomorrow. I'm thinking really the best thing to do, really, would be to maybe come home in the evening and do some. See, but something, this is again another lesson of life. You can't always plan. It's like, well, you need to plan for things, have some kind of plan in place. If things change, you have to be ready to adapt. But the thing with plans is a plan is a set sequence of things. That's why it's wrong. It's good to train techniques. You know what I'm saying? And get the techniques really good, mastered, done well, you know. As I say, a sequence where it becomes very, very rigid to have an entire sequence of things set in order, how you want to do things, you know. Because then, if things change, you have to say you're going to do it another way. A new sequence, you know. That's wrong. Something like that. Oh shit. So, yeah. So basically, yeah. So, it's hard to plan for anything really. It's not the best way to plan for things, you know. It's not the best way. To plan for it, it's not the best way, you know. Because you can't plan for anything. What can you plan for? You can't plan for anything that's not, you know, there's no possibility of it changing. It may change, you know. You disagree with what I'm saying here, maybe. The point is, things do change, you know. So, you got to be able to flow naturally. You got to be able to move naturally with things, you know, anyway. Only the way of nature, only things are what they are. They speak to you how they will. The truth is the truth, you know. It is what it is. Yeah. So, let me tell you now. So, I'm walking down this road. So, yeah, in terms of the workout, rather than plan, it's best to feel it when, you know, how I feel at that moment. If I want to do more later, if I feel I need to, I can do it, I'll do it, and I want to do it, you know. If not, I might do it later, you know what I mean? So it's about feeling in the moment. If you always have to say because, I do one because of two, that's wrong. It means your one is broken. If you do one because you want to get to two, or you want to avoid two, then your one has a problem. You see? Free one of two, of the breakage. Everything in the Tao is one. So only a strong one can make a two. It has to be a two, a one. I have a broken thing. What the fuck did he say? And me using the F word too. Yeah, I do speak how I want to speak. I'm saying, I'm a real person. I don't put an act on in society. I I'll go along with whatever their setup is, even if they're tripping over their own ankles, just to calm them down a bit, or to let them feel like I see the way they're going and let them go in that way. Yeah. No confusion. Right? Let them have their own questioning and answering. Let them have their own mind. Let them have their own failures from which they may or may not learn from. Give them the chance without my manipulation that they're trying to do to me. I let people, do that. I won't try and force my ideas and force upon people, I won't do that. I'm at peace with myself as one. So one, the Tao, what is the Tao? So one thing that is broken, if I say my thing, if I have a thing that is broken, it's basically no good, it's unusable, okay, it doesn't work, it's not what it should be, it's not here in whole fullness, trueness, and as it should be and is, right? And therefore the one becomes the zero. It does not exist, unless it is what it is, it don't exist. Same as you yourself. Okay, if you are not you, then who the fuck are you? A little bit like similar to that Total Recall movie clip. So if something is broken, it's basically nothing. A big one becomes zero. Right? So if the one breaks up to pieces, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it becomes not one. That which is not one, is a broken thing, is a non-existent thing. There is no one anymore. There must be one. Every step that I'm taking here, walking, every step that I'm walking on this road, every step, every breath, every mouthful of food and water, every, every essence, every cell that comes into being in my body, it has to be a true thing. Truth, see? Again, it has to be the actual thing. Really here, properly here, is the one. Must be properly one. Properly one. Must be properly one. Actually one. Factually. Truthfully, Truthfully one. Here it is. There's no joke about it. This is what it is. It's a tree. It's nothing other than a tree. You know what I'm saying? A photon. All of it. So I'm saying you can study things like that. You see the whole universe for what it is. That whole truthful, real reality for what it is. Actually, what it is. Yeah. And so ultimately, that's what you're having. That's what you're going to know. See. One step. If there's one step, there can be two steps. You see? But if your one step is broken, it's a two. It's a zero. You see what I'm saying? They say don't jump in the water again with 2 feet to see how deep it is. So to test the depth of the water. And again, you break yourself into 2. So you look at somebody else, or now you've got a competition between you and somebody else. You compare yourself to them when you compare themselves to you. I said you compare yourself to them when you compare yourself, when you compare them to you, sorry. That's exactly the same thing. Therefore, what you're saying is, you don't exist unless X, Y, Z. If they exist in a certain way, yeah, you're going to exist, see? You're always trying to split their mind and break them down. You don't want to see them whole, standing as a one, as a unit. Respect them for who they are, this one person here. You don't want to see them walking along with 2 legs or 2 steps. You want to try and break them down. You know? You don't want to see them sure of what they're doing. So you want to compare. You want to compete. And you want to tell them that this person, you're going to tell them, you should be more confident. You should be more confident. Blah, blah, blah. If you tell them, you should be more confident. Let me give you some advice. Da, 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 da. Because you're trying to let that person feel that they don't have confidence. You are concerned with this matter. This is something you've chosen to do. Maybe more than once, over and over again. You continuously try to behave this way towards people and manipulate and make sure that they know that they're down and you're the one helping them, or you're the one doing some kind of constructive criticism, or you're the one who's giving them criticism, whether it's bad words, nice words, covered up words, whatever, or gossip. The examples you're trying to put examples out. You're trying to teach, you're trying to show something, you're trying to give some kind of example. You're trying to manipulate their mind. You're trying to hold in place this idea. They hold their mind, see? That's what you're trying to do. Or you're trying to break it up. You're trying to cook the chicken, cook the fish, right? Many ways to cook the fish. And because you do that, you see, it's like you burn your food up too much and you'll be hungry. You've got no meal then, see? You burn up the meal, see? That's the problem. So you're always trying to change the world, so there's no world for you. You're always trying to change the world, so there's no world for you. You're going everywhere. You'll never find yourself. This is also what Lao Tzu says, very clearly. I'm just using English, okay, but what Lao Tzu says right in truth. So the problem is, you're always doing too much or too less. This is what the problem is, see? The Tao is perfect. Yin-yang in the middle, peace, essence. The essence as high as you basically. If you're always fighting, you never win. So tied to the best, right? The Tao is the best. The Tao will tell you. Healthy way, nature. Zura, the best way. I thought I heard a dog coming. There's someone coughing. And I'm just saying, I said peace inside what you need. So as you're walking down the road, right, wherever you're walking, wherever you're sleeping, you better be doing it in the best way that you can do it, as you are. But you're concerned with other people. You want to try and control people, manipulate them. There's a need in you, a desire to try to control people. You want to try and change their mind, change this, change that, change this road, change this design, improve upon things, make the world better, leave your mark on it, whatever it is. You're always trying to let people know something because you're trying to fight people. The only way you can beat, the only way you believe that the only way you can get to the top or get better is by putting other people below you. Because you don't believe in self-improvement. A lot of people, I'm not saying you, I'm saying a lot of people, they believe that self-value is determined by the masses, and this happens more so in certain cultures, because they allow the masses, the people's behavior around them, which is not even strong individuals. It's a bunch of people following each other because they're lost in the same ignorance and fear. So you're still following your own ignorance anyway. Same way, it's all reflected. You follow. See? Listening doesn't have to be following, but you follow. all of it, and it's a circle, it never ends. You see? It never ends. And always is. A little bit like your line. You've got a circle and a line, same thing there really. It's not the shape that matters. It's not the shape that matters, it's the fact. And what is and what isn't. You jump through a circle on the inside or the outside, and you go along the line in any direction. Movement or stillness, big or small, fast or slow, hard or soft. Essence has to be one in that moment. And once one, you have the essence. It's one is one. Meaning one, you have been the winner. You are the one, you're W-O-N. So O-N-E is W-O-N. One. Then two. One step before the second. Big thing up here. Tower looks like a bloody big bed clock. Okay. No. Good. So distraction. Manipulation is wrong. See? The things you are trying to control is yourself. All the things you are trying to control are yourself. The many things you control outside of you is the one that's inside of you. That's it basically. It's yourself. You try to control many things that are not you, because you're trying to control the one that is you. Yeah. You understand? When you understand your work, you stop asking questions. So the things you're trying to control, all the things you're trying to control outside of you, see? It's because you want to control yourself. That's the Tao. That's spoken in the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. Yin Yang needs to be balanced. All the way. All the way. All the way. All the way to infinity and beyond. Okay. So, yeah. So that's what we're talking about, yeah. So, who lives in a house like this? I wonder who lives up there. Who uses this paint bucket? No, okay, so, about what I was saying, right? So, when people try to manipulate, when you try to judge people, when you try to criticize, teach, guide, you know you're not doing that really. Most people are not. Finding faults with people. It's because you're trying to assert yourself. You're trying to imprint yourself outside into this world as if you don't exist here, but rather in the minds and mouths of others, as though their acceptance of you as king, means something more than you actually living now without such fear. You are living in fear. If you are thinking of this, and you need to clean your mind. Okay. You must recognize when you're talking and behaving a certain way. You have to recognize it. Don't become the wind. Motherfucker. You feel the wind, you feel the cold, but you don't become it. I'm not the wind. No way, but I'm the sun. I am the sun. Look at this one. Look at that one. Okay. So she was nice. Yeah. Across this road here. So bad. Truth is the truth. When I go back, I'm going to put a big start wearing put some more clothes on. Fuck's sake, bro. It's too cold. Nature is the way. Nature is the way. And no forced way. is the way of nature. No forced way is the way of nature. Freedom, absolute power. Yes, freedom, blood flowing around your body, all areas of your body, this universe. So you are the blood and your body is the universe. You are the blood and your body is the world. You are the blood and your body is whatever the fuck it is, you know, the society, civilization. Yeah. Hold on a second. You are the blood and your body is the world, right? The blood flowing around your body, yeah? The blood flowing around your body, yeah? Freely. If there's a blockage, what happens? You may die. You may have problems with your body, pain, suffering, and then maybe you die later. So this is what life should be, right? So you're like that, you know what I'm saying? Life should not be like a blocked toilet pipe. You call in the plumber and he wants more money and he ain't coming today. But he loves his job and he wants to do it, but he's always complaining all the time. You don't like it, don't fucking do it. It's not right for you, don't do it, I mean. That's what you need to understand. You need to understand it clearly. You're on the path. You need to understand it. You need to understand clearly. You need to understand clearly. Clarity of self inside the self. Clarity of self inside the self. Clarity, nothing else covering. As Lao Tzu said in the Tao Te Ching, very clearly, like the Tao, right? Taiji, all of it. Absolute essence, purity. Breathe in, breathe out. Total nature. Absolute truth. Absolute truth of nature. Calmness in itself. Flowing like water, the essence of water. The Tao is like the essence of water. Yeah. The Tao is the essence of water. The Tao is the foot of this mountain and the top of that mountain, where it meets the sky. Where that mountain meets the sky, that line, is the Tao. Where the clouds are, when the sun touches the clouds, you know? That's the Tao of Yin and Yang. That is the Tao. As this water flows along here, as the water goes along here. If someone talking some nonsense, I just say, go and eat your food. Nature. We're going this way now. My friend is. We're going this way now. You know, the shadow. Where hard meets soft, where front meets back. Where big meets small, and light meets dark. That's yin and yang. Where dark meets light, where fast meets slow, where hungry meets full, where need meets reception. Understand? That's the power. What Lao Tzu talking about in the Tao Te Ching. Right? Yin and yang, total balance always. Harmony. Yeah. Wake up, sure. Always tell them to wake up. Balance of truth. Yeah. Where listening meets hearing. Where silence meets, you know, that essence of truth in all of that. You know, listening and hearing to one. That body and mind into one. When you become one with the Tao, see? You become one with the Tao. What it is you already are, but you just don't realise it. You don't have to keep expressing all this bullshit. You ain't gonna keep on, You ain't gonna keep on, You're gonna keep on, because when you're trying to manipulate with people, that you have some power, or that they're not knowing something that you know, or try to bring them down, because I'm not doing that here, I'm just talking to you and I'm sharing stuff. Listening doesn't mean following, right? When I'm telling you this, when you're telling them that, when you're telling these people this, you're not listening to what you're really saying. What you're really saying is you're weak. You have no trust in yourself. Alright, confidence is a strong word. Trust maybe a little bit better. Value and acceptance, a bit blurred if you don't get it. Understanding, what does that mean? You don't have calmness, awareness, clarity, silence, and ultimately peace in yourself. You don't have the foundation. You don't have the means. You don't have the heart. The bird's copying my language in his own expression, but you don't have the means, the space in your baggage. You don't have the right charger connector for the electricity, the knowledge. See? This is what I'm saying? This is the point. One point erases another one. Yeah? One meaning all, right? So you can say one beats everything else, right? Meaning one makes the zero. But if one is broken from all truth, it's just a broken part. It's not part of the one. So one should truly be one. That's the Tao. So yin and yang. So you're just yin or yang. Yin and yang, that's the Tao. What Lao was telling you. In the Tao, the truth is the truth. One step. Then we have two steps. Breathe in. Breathe out. See? Everything is tied. Your whole life. There's the Tao. See? Everything you see around you. That's what he says. See? That's the Tao. Like that. Everything. You can walk down this man-made path, walk down this one in a nature path. See? So, I'm repeating a few things as I walk along here, excuse me, but that's because we've got people looking and got the nose in. So I share a few things. Nice little scenery, nice with the flowers on the trees. Nature is the way, and the way is nature. Nature is freedom, relaxed, and growing ever strong, blooming and flourishing, blossoming. As the flower, the tree with the most beautiful flowers, the most fruit on, the strongest roots, the tallest tree. This is the best example that you can learn from. The tree with its strong roots at the bottom, its flexible branches to weather the storms. You know, yes, to shade all things when things get too hot. You know, to cool people down. But to grow from the truth of the light and the heat, which is the sun, you know, to bring forth life, recycled from the heat and the water of the weathers, the rain, it brings it from all the elements and gives home and food to the world. Those who may live around them, the people around you, your family, your population. Yeah? Well, what the hell is society? What the hell is a country? If you ain't looking after anyone or anything, what's that? By bringing them down constantly, by constantly comparing them to you and you to them, simultaneously, living on your knees. Living on your knees, right? Existing on your knees. You know? They say it's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. And that's what they're always doing, these people. You're always doing that. If you're always doing that, you're going to have problems. You will have problems if you do that. You need to come in the way of nature. Live in the way of nature. Live in the way of the truth. Like the water that flows through your body, the air, the sun's energy, the food, the good things. Yeah? Pain, letting you know what you need to fight against, the bad things, the body reminding you, teaching you about strength and weakness, hot and cold, how to develop your power, but to not try to be more than you are. Not more, not less. This is what allows us telling you in the Tao Te Ching, the Tao. Not more, not less. The Tao is one. You're breaking yourself up to live in society. You're fighting with everything. Again, you're always fighting, you never win. That's why Tai Chi is the best way. Again, as they say. I know me, I practice more young to say, but I'm just saying, Tai Chi is the way. The Tao is the best way. Yin and yang. You're fighting everything outside of you. Life is in your body. You're going to eat money till the day you die. I'm losing some hair off the back of my head. I've got some white hairs. It doesn't matter what language or culture. It's 20, 25 or 30, 35. It don't make a difference. I'm talking about this and you say, oh, it's Chinese culture or it's ancient. No, I'm talking about truth. Lao's talking about what's true. If he's trying to tell you, wake up. You're alive now. Your health in this life is like your blood is in your body, right? So the blood is you, the body is your world, right? Universe. It's got to be good. If it blocks, if it's blocked up, something's stopping. It's not true, or it's poison. It's not good for you, right? Clean water you drink. When you breathe, when you sleep, you want to sleep well. When you exercise well. When you eat, you're just a human being. But you're always fighting, so you're always fighting everything. You're always competition, competing with people, right? 1 minute you're laughing, next minute you're crying. 1 minute you're laughing, next minute you're crying. Blah, blah, blah. That's not the way, bro. See you later, motherfucker. Yeah? It's not the books you read, it's the reader. It's not what you see, it's how good your vision is. And again, like Lao Tzu told you in the Tao Te Ching, right? Again, too many colours blind the eye, too many notes, too many sounds deafen the ear, and too many tastes, obviously dull the palate of the place. So basically, too much of anything is just too much. And even one word, you have one word or one step in this direction with her, that's it. All the journeys, all the mountains, everything, it's all gone. That's the story of your life. So one beats the many, again. And it can be good or bad. The light shows the dark and the dark shows the light. This is yin and yang. The truth there. Sometimes you've got to do nothing. Be peaceful. To let everything grow like these trees here. Beautiful. Beautiful flowers on these trees. Come to the truth. You know? The true way, power in nature. These trees have the way of nature growing from them. No one would have known. If you would have cut these trees at a certain point with a knife, or if the winter had its way to hold it constantly and never change and be so arrogant and always be cold winter, these trees would never grow more beautiful, have more flowers on them. And you know, so you know, and the positive comes to give a challenge to the the negative, which is weakness. To let it feel itself, you have to let people feel themselves. And it's a way of Tai Chi. It's what the Tao is. So you let them feel their own energy. Feel if you're going forward or backward. You need to understand up or down, hot or cold, big or small. You can feel in all essence what you're doing, what you're not doing. You in relation to things of what is and what isn't, and what you are and what you are not. You know, you need to feel that. Understand clearly, truthfully, light and dark, big and small. Then you know, see, so everybody's always learning. Nobody's like bad or a failure or a loser. I'm saying the negative things, right? So let's just use summer and winter, for example, okay? We're going that way, hold on. We're going that way. Is this 18 or 19? Hold on. I was saying, when we understand, hold on. When we understand, when the heat, right? When that summer comes and teaches, yes, 18. When that summer comes, it gives a challenge to the cold winter, so it shows it to uphold. So you're always. So what you're doing is you're giving the good, the hero. It gives the enemy, the weak one. It doesn't kill them. It gives them the ability to train and get stronger, so they can learn how to stand. The ones who are falling learn to stand. They learn to stand, but not by imposing yourself. The ones who stand best and stronger are the ones that feel their own strength over their own weaknesses, not over anyone else. They say the enemy is at his weakest when he thinks he's already won, right, or the opponent. Ultimately, it's a person loses when they judge and they put an answer there and they see the answer and they say, okay, this is it. This is the end. They know what it is. There's no more learning. There's no more finding. So, thanks for watching. Peace.